बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कैसे हैं आप लोग? खैर आफियत से हैं? एडवांसेस इन सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट, वी आर डूइंग पार्ट 3, implementing advanced planning systems. Before going towards the lecture, as usual, let's have a summary of the last lecture. In the last decade, advanced planning systems became a relatively mature software technology. पिछले डेकेड में एडवांस प्लानिंग सिस्टम्स एक relatively mature software technology बन के उभरी. Many major software vendors, especially the providers of ERP systems like SAP and Oracle, invested in APS technology. कई बड़े बड़े vendors ने जैसे SAP और Oracle ने APS technology में invest किया and provide now a broad spectrum of APS modules and functionality. और एक बड़ा spectrum of APS और functionality का provide किया. In the early phase of the selection process, the strategic fit of the APS with the targeted planning processes, the industry within which the supply chain is operating, the budget targeted for the APS implementation project, and the planned implementation time may be equally important as the features and functions. The assessment of the APS by these criteria cuts down the number of APS that have to be considered in the subsequent detailed analysis. असेसमेंट ऑफ एपीएस जो है इन क्राइटेरियाज के थ्रू कट डाउन कर देती है नंबर ऑफ एपीएस को जिनको हमें सब्सिक्वेंट डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस में लेकर जाना होता है. बाय दैट टाइम एंड एफर्ट फॉर द सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस कैन बी रिड्यूस्ड. उस वक्त तक वक्त और एफर्ट जो है सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस की ये रिड्यूस की जा सकती है. टिपिकली द साइज ऑफ द कस्टमर्स ऑफ एन एपीएस वेंडर ऑल्सो रिलेट्स टू द लाइसेंस फीस. खसूसी तौर पर साइज ऑफ कस्टमर्स ऑफ एपीएस वेंडर जो है ये रिलेट करता है लाइसेंस फीस के साथ. Whereas APS vendors with larger customers tend to be in the upper price segment. जबकि APS vendors जो हैं larger customers के साथ ये मूव करते हैं upper price segment में. The APS vendors with small and medium sized customers are more often found in the lower price segment. In many cases, the license fees are determined based on the number of users. कई cases में license fees determined होती है number of users पर and the expected business benefits created by the implementation of the APS. और expected business benefits जो कि create होते हैं APS की implementation से measured by KPI improvements, जिनको KPI improvement से measure किया जाता है. The fourth step in the selection process is the assessment of the expected post-implementation effort. ये जो चौथा स्टेप है सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस में असेसमेंट की, ये expected post-implementation effort के जरिए से and the support model of the APS vendor. और ये support model है APS vendor का. The efforts and the costs that are created after the completion of the implementation. Efforts और costs जो कि create होती हैं after the completion of implementation. Today we are going to do chapter number 17, that is implementation process. Last class में हमने selection process किया था, आज हम लोग implementation process को देखने जा रहे हैं. The layout of our today's lecture would be, we'll start with the introduction, then we'll talk about APS implementation project, then we'll talk about modeling phases of an APS project, then we'll talk about project definition, and then major implementation phases of project definition, solution design, solution details, execution and deployment, and close. Introduction. A successful implementation of the selected APS is the obvious goal of any organization. एक successful implementation of selected APS जो है ये obvious goal है किसी भी organization का that has decided to go for a supply chain project, जिसने decide किया है supply chain project की तरफ जाने के लिए. The first section of this chapter details an approach to ensure the success of supply chain initiatives. इसका पहला section इस chapter का जो है ये detail करता है approach को ensure करने के लिए success of supply chain initiatives को based on the experience of several realized projects, जो कि base करता है कई realized projects पर. In the second section, an APS implementation project will be considered from a modeling point of view. सेकेंड सेक्शन में एक एपीएस इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोजेक्ट जो है ये कंसिडर होएगा मॉडलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. द एपीएस इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोजेक्ट as an supply chain management project affects multiple functional areas like sales, production, procurement, distribution or order management, the risks involved in such an implementation are considerable. क्योंकि supply chain management project affect करता है multiple functional areas को, जैसे sale है, production है, procurement है, distribution है और order management है, इसलिए risks भी जो इसमें involve होते हैं वो भी एक implementation के लिए considerable हैं. Many enterprises have experienced spectacular project failures. कई enterprises ने experience किया है spectacular project failures को due to a number of reasons. कई वजूहात की बिना पर. Surprisingly, few of which have to do with the technology involved. Surprisingly, उनमें से कुछ जो हैं वो उसमें technology जो involve है उसमें से हैं. Reasons that show up consistently include वजूहात जो कंसिस्टेंटली नजर आती हैं इनमें, नंबर 1, द बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी डिड नॉट ड्राइव प्रोसेस डिजाइन एंड डिप्लॉयमेंट. पहली रीजन है बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी जो है ये ड्राइव नहीं करती प्रोसेस डिजाइन और डिप्लॉयमेंट को. द यूजर एक्सपेक्टेशंस वर नॉट मेट. यूजर एक्सपेक्टेशंस जो हैं वो मेट नहीं हुई. द टाइम टू इम्प्लीमेंट वाज मच लॉन्गर देन एक्सपेक्टेड. इंप्लीमेंट करने का टाइम बहुत ज्यादा था एक्सपेक्टेड से. The cost to implement was much greater than expected. Cost to implement बहुत ज़्यादा थी expected से. In the following, a proven approach to ensure the success of supply chain projects is detailed. It provides guidance on the 5 major implementation phases. ये guidance provide करती है 5 major implementation phases पर of project definition, solution design, solution details, execution and deployment, and then close. For each phase, we will show the necessary organizational tasks. हर phase के लिए हम ज़रूरी organization tasks पर बात करेंगे and some proven ways to avoid the major pitfalls. और कुछ proven रास्ते कैसे avoid किए जा सकते हैं इन pitfalls को. The most important deliverables of the involved activities will be mentioned as well. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट डिलीवरेबल जो कि इन्वॉल्व एक्टिविटी का है इसको भी मेंशन करेंगे. द कंपनी विच हैज डिसाइडेड टू इम्प्लीमेंट द एपीएस विल सब्सिक्वेंटली बी कॉल्ड क्लाइंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और एंटरप्राइज. कंपनी जिसने डिसाइड किया है इम्प्लीमेंट करना एपीएस को, इसको सब्सिक्वेंटली कहेंगे क्लाइंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या फिर एंटरप्राइज. प्रोजेक्ट डेफिनेशन. इन द प्रोजेक्ट डेफिनेशन, the company's business vision and SCM strategy have to be related to the drivers for supply chain management. Project definition में company business vision और supply chain management strategy को link करना होता है supply chain management के drivers के साथ, which are benefit realization and cost reduction, जो कि benefit realization और cost reduction है, and subsequently to the goals of the SCM initiative. और बाद में supply chain management के initiative का subsequent है. Examples for goals are inventory reduction. इन goals की examples में inventory reduction, profit optimization और improvement of customer services शामिल है. The main deliverable of this phase is the business case. Main deliverable इस case का business phase है. That will be presented to senior management. A systematic approach to defining a supply chain project, including the business case methodology, is given in chapter 15. In this chapter, the focus is on the main tasks and deliverables for this process. इस chapter में हम main tasks और deliverables पे बात करेंगे. Supply chain evaluation. The current processes, organizations and systems in use are analyzed and documented. Current processes, organization और systems जो हैं इनको analyze किया जाता है और document किया जाता है. Possible benefits of a supply chain project can arise in different functional areas like sales, production, or procurement and include additional revenues by attracting new customers, reducing inventory and procurement cost, decreasing lead times in production and much more. पॉसिबल बेनिफिट सप्लाई चेन के जो हैं, सप्लाई चेन प्रोजेक्ट के, ये राइज हो सकते हैं डिफरेंट फंक्शनल एरियाज में से, जैसे सेल है, प्रोडक्शन है, प्रोक्योरमेंट है, और इसमें इंक्लूड किए जाते हैं एडिशनल रेवेन्यूज बाय अट्रैक्टिंग न्यू कस्टमर्स, इन्वेंट्री को रिड्यूस करने से, प्रोक्योरमेंट कॉस्ट को रिड्यूस करने से, लीड टाइम को रिड्यूस करने से, और बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ. ऑल मेजर इंप्रूवमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैव टू बी आइडेंटिफाइड. तमाम मेजर अपॉर्चुनिटीज को आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है ड्यूरिंग द as is analysis process. इस as is analysis process में specified and documented according to the company goals, जिनको specify किया जाता है और document किया जाता है company goals के मुताबिक, and taken into account in the to be model development, और इनको to be model development में take care किया जाता है. Business strategy and VN. Based on the company's business vision and supply chain management strategy, the scope of the project has to be defined and documented carefully. Company के business vision और supply chain management strategy में की basis पर scope of project जो है इसको define करना पड़ता है और document करना पड़ता है carefully, both for the required functions as well as the business processes which have to be changed. दोनों के लिए बिजनेस फंक्शंस और बिजनेस प्रोसेसेस के लिए जिनको चेंज किया जा सकता है. नो अमाउंट ऑफ एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी कैन ऑफसेट द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ इनएफिशिएंट बिजनेस प्रोसेसेस. कोई एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफसेट नहीं कर सकती इनएफिशिएंट बिजनेस प्रोसेसेस को. द टाइम नीडेड फॉर दिस एक्टिविटी इज वेल स्पेंट एज इट प्रिवेंट्स कॉस्ट ओवररन्स ड्यू टू स्कोप एक्सटेंशंस इन फ्यूचर स्टेजेस ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. वक्त जो चाहिए होता है इस एक्टिविटी के लिए ये बहुत अच्छा स्पेंड होता है, क्योंकि ये प्रिवेंट करता है कॉस्ट ओवररन्स को ड्यू टू स्कोप एक्सटेंशंस इन फ्यूचर स्टेजेस ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. इन एडिशन एरियाज which are out of scope should be documented as well to set the expectations of the implementation results and to avoid later discussions about what has to be included in the project. Supply chain management 2B concepts and APS 2B model. Solution options and a high level 2B model are developed based on industry based best practices. ये solution options और high level 2B model को develop किया जाता है industry best practices की basis पर and employee suggestions और employees की suggestions पर. The project scope is redefined and detailed. Project scope को redefine किया जाता है और detail किया जाता है. This activity may include the selection of a suitable software package. ये activity include कर सकती है एक selection of suitable software package को. Best practice processes and APS functions are explored to determine the best fit to the future business model. The functions and processes that are to be addressed should be decomposed into lower level activities. Functions और processes जिनको address करना होता है इनको decompose करना पड़ता है lower level activities में. For example, process demand management activities, collect historical sales data, determine forecast proposition, manage forecast entry, achieve consensus about forecast, release forecast to production. To allow the mapping of these activities to the modules and functions of the selected APS. Note that the team conducting this phase should avoid to jump right into looking at software functions. Note करें कि टीम जो कंडक्ट कर रही होती है इस फेज को इसको अवॉइड करना चाहिए jump right into looking at software functions. The analysis may even yield the result that for major benefits no technology implementation is required at all. Analysis ये भी yield कर सकता है कि result जो कि major benefits no technology implementation उसके लिए required है. Supply chain potential analysis. Benefit areas are identified and the baseline information is calculated for these benefits areas using a suitable mutually agreed calculation method. बेनिफिट एरियाज आइडेंटिफाई किए जाते हैं और बेसलाइन इंफॉर्मेशन को कैलकुलेट किया जाता है इसके बेनिफिट एरियाज के लिए एक म्यूचुअली एग्रीड कैलकुलेशन मेथड को इस्तेमाल करते हुए। इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्लान बेस्ड ऑन द टू बी मॉडल possibly including several solution options, a transition strategy including project phases and activities is determined and constitutes to a high-level implementation plan. Time-phased benefits. The benefits associated with the solution options are calculated over the project timeline based on the implementation plan. जो benefits associated होते हैं solution options के साथ, इनको कैलकुलेट किया जाता है प्रोजेक्ट की टाइमलाइन पर जो कि इंप्लीमेंटेशन प्लान पर बेस करते हैं। टाइम फेज्ड इंप्लीमेंटेशन कॉस्ट्स। डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट आर डिटरमिन्ड इंक्लूडिंग रिसोर्स रिक्वायरमेंट्स एंड रिस्क एस्टिमेशंस। ये डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट जो हैं डिटरमिन की जाती हैं इंक्लूडिंग रिसोर्स रिक्वायरमेंट्स और रिस्क एस्टिमेशंस। The management should realize that supply chain improvements to achieve strategic business opportunities almost inevitably require a redefinition of business processes. Management को realize करना चाहिए कि supply chain improvements जो हैं इनको achieve किया जाए strategic business opportunities के through almost inevitably जो require करती है redefinition of business process को. Potential changes may address any aspect of the current organization. पोटेंशियल चेंजेस जो हैं ये एड्रेस कर सकती हैं किसी भी एस्पेक्ट ऑफ करंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को इंक्लूडिंग प्रोसेस टेक्नोलॉजी एंड पीपल, जिसमें प्रोसेस टेक्नोलॉजी और लोग शामिल हैं। सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट बिजनेस केस। द assumptions आर वेरीफाइड, combined to the business case and presented to the management. assumptions को वेरीफाई किया जाता है, बिजनेस केस के साथ कंबाइन किया जाता है और प्रेजेंट किया जाता है मैनेजमेंट को। The project definition phase usually requires a combined effort of internal resources which cover the enterprise specific requirements. ये project definition phase जो है ये usually require करता है combined effort of internal resources को जो कि cover करते हैं enterprise specific requirements को। Specialists with detailed software know-how and consultants contribute their experience in industry practices. The management should carefully assess the availability of internal and external skills and knowledge. Management को carefully assess करना चाहिए availability of internal or external skills or knowledge को. It has to ensure that all skill gaps are closed already in this early phase. उसको ensure करना होता है कि तमाम skill gaps जो हैं ये close हो चुके हैं already early phase में. As a suitable project structure and team staffing is a critical activity in every project. चूंकि suitable project structure और team staffing जो है ये critical activity है हर project में, these topics will subsequently be addressed in more detail. ये topics बाद में मजीद डिटेल में discuss होंगे। The design of the project structure requires several activities. प्रोजेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर के डिजाइन के लिए भी कई एक्टिविटीज चाहिए होती हैं। अ प्रोजेक्ट स्पॉन्सर एंड द इनिशियल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स हैव टू बी फाउंड। एक प्रोजेक्ट स्पॉन्सर और इनिशियल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ढूंढना पड़ता है। द टीम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज टू बी डिटरमिन्ड। टीम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिटरमिन करना होती है। एंड द प्रोजेक्ट कंट्रोल एंड रिपोर्टिंग प्रोसेसेस हैव टू बी डिफाइंड। प्रोजेक्ट कंट्रोल और रिपोर्टिंग प्रोसेसेस को डिफाइन करना पड़ता है एज वेल एज द प्रोजेक्ट रूल्स। These topics will be discussed in detail below. The project sponsor must have the authority to make changes happen within the enterprise and to maintain a sense of urgency for completing the implementation activities on time. Project sponsor को एक authority होनी चाहिए कि वो changes कर सके enterprise में और maintain कर सके एक sense of urgency को for completing the implementation activities on time, ताकि वक्त पर implementation activities को complete किया जा सके। To implement supply chain management strategies successfully, traditional cross-functional barriers and contradictory performance measures supporting local optima as opposed to a global optimum, for example local capacity usage, have to be aggressively removed. In addition, the solution strategy must have the support of senior management. इसके अलावा solution strategy को senior management की support होनी चाहिए. And all departmental heads affected. Obtaining and maintaining this support is a major responsibility of the project sponsor. Obtain लेना और maintain करना इस support को major responsibility होती है project sponsor की. The initial contractor relationships must be established. Initial contractor relationships को लाजमी establish होना चाहिए. Consulting firms are usually required to provide resources with experience in best practice processes. Consulting firms जो हैं ये usually require करती हैं ज़्यादा resources को provide करना with experience in best practice processes, software features and project management. Software firms can provide resources with detailed technical know-how. Software firms provide करती हैं resources को detailed technical know-how के साथ. As APS are complex software products, चूंकि APS complex software products हैं, the commitment of the software provider in case of package changes or programming efforts has to be ensured. तो commitment of software provider package changes में या programming efforts में ensure होना होती हैं. The project control and reporting processes must be defined. Project control और reporting processes को लाजमी define होना चाहिए. For example, steering committees, escalation procedures and project management. मिसाल के तौर पर steering committees, escalation procedures और project management. Clear reporting structures and responsibilities are crucial for the success of the project. Clear reporting structures और responsibilities crucial हैं किसी भी project की कामयाबी के लिए, especially if several parties are, खास तौर पे अगर कई parties जो हैं contribute कर रही हैं to the project leadership. For example, different departments or internal and external resources. Projects can only be executed successfully with an efficient implementation team. Projects सिर्फ successfully execute हो सकते हैं अगर efficient implementation team जो है वो मौजूद है. In building our team, the technical skills of the team member as well as their characters and organizational needs must be considered. टीम बनाते हुए उनकी टेक्निकल स्किल्स, टीम मेंबर्स की, उनके कैरेक्टर्स और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल नीड्स को लाजमी कंसिडर करना चाहिए. The structure of the project team usually reflects the distribution of responsibilities. प्रोजेक्ट टीम का स्ट्रक्चर जो है ये आमतौर पर रिफ्लेक्ट करता है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज की डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन को अमंग द पार्टीज इन्वॉल्व्ड. जो पार्टीज इन्वॉल्व हैं उनमें दैट इज क्लाइंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोवाइडर एंड कंसल्टिंग फर्म. Project management. Full-time resources, both internal and external, are required for project management. Full-time resources जिसमें internal और external दोनों शामिल हैं ये required होते हैं project management के लिए. Quality assurance and guidance. Special emphasis must be put on an efficient integration of the different sub-projects. Special emphasis लाजमी डालना चाहिए efficient integration of different sub-projects के ऊपर. Team leaders. Each major process area usually represented by a sub-project, functional, demand planning, master planning or organizational, different departments or business areas, requires both an internal and external team leader. इनको internal और external team leader चाहिए होता है. They have the responsibility to ensure that all business requirements are covered as well as to supervise the design and configuration of the solutions. इनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है कि ये इंश्योर करें तमाम बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट्स को जो कि कवर करती हैं एज वेल एज टू सुपरवाइज द डिजाइन एंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ द सॉल्यूशंस. कोऑर्डिनेटर्स. Typically, the implementation of an APS radically changes the way in which people do their jobs and interact. ख़ुसूसी तौर पर APS की implementation radically change करती है the way जिसमें लोग अपनी jobs करते हैं और interact करते हैं. With the exception of small pilot projects की exception के साथ, successful change projects cross organizational boundaries. The most important team members next to the project leader are therefore the so-called coordinators. Full-time team members acting as experts for the enterprise specific processes. Each coordinator represents a distinct business unit or group affected by the project. Without their participation and buy-in during every single step of the project, an APS project cannot succeed. कामयाब नहीं हो सकता. They have the responsibilities to support the design and validation of solution concepts. उनकी जिम्मेदारी है इसको डिजाइन को सपोर्ट करने की और वैलिडेशन ऑफ सॉल्यूशन कॉन्सेप्ट्स की. टू इम्प्रूव द कम्युनिकेशन बिटवीन द प्रोजेक्ट टीम एंड द क्लाइंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, कि वो कम्युनिकेशन को इंक्रीज करें प्रोजेक्ट टीम और क्लाइंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के दरमियान. टू प्रिपेयर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर द नेसेसरी चेंजेस, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को तैयार करना नेसेसरी चेंजेस के लिए. एंड इन द एंड टू अचीव द फाइनल गोल ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट, और आखिर में फाइनल गोल ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट अचीव करना. इट इज देयरफॉर एसेंशियल टू कीप द मोटिवेशन ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेटर्स एट अ हाई लेवल. इसलिए ये जरूरी है कि मोटिवेशन रखी जाए कोऑर्डिनेटर्स की हाई लेवल पर, बाय मॉनिटरी और अदर मीन्स, मॉनिटरी और दूसरे मीन्स के साथ. फंक्शनल एंड प्रोसेस टीम. Each functional area scope has to be addressed by experienced resources. हर functional area के scope को address करना होता है experienced resources के साथ. Internal users provide the knowledge with respect to enterprise processes, while consultants act as best practice and application specialists, usually also having an integrative role between the different work streams. The selection criteria for these team members will be described in more detail. The project management reports to the steering committee, which meets on a regular basis. Project management report करती है steering committee को, जो कि regular basis पे मिलती है. For example, every 2 weeks. The task of this institution is to supervise the whole project based on the project reports. इस institution का task होता है supervise करना पूरे project को based on project reports. To make decisions about the major changes in the project plan, decisions करना project plan में major changes के लिए, and to approve or sign off the project results, और approve करना या sign off करना project results को. The steering committee should be composed of senior management representatives. Steering committee को compose of होना चाहिए senior management representatives के साथ of all organization and departments involved. तमाम ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस और डिपार्टमेंट्स जो इसमें शामिल हैं. सॉल्यूशन डिजाइन. इन दिस फेज द हाई लेवल डिजाइन ऑफ द प्रपोज्ड सॉल्यूशन इज रीडिफाइंड एंड अडैप्टेड टू द सिलेक्टेड सॉफ्टवेयर इन मोर डिटेल. इस फेज में हाई लेवल डिजाइन ऑफ प्रपोज्ड सॉल्यूशन जो है इसको रीडिफाइन किया जाता है और अडैप्ट किया जाता है टू सिलेक्टेड सॉफ्टवेयर इन मोर डिटेल, यूटिलाइजिंग द अवेलेबल सॉल्यूशन ऑप्शंस. अवेलेबल सॉल्यूशन ऑप्शंस को यूटिलाइज करते हुए if necessary. Key processes and functionalities are validated to identify the potential risks. Key processes और functionalities को validate किया जाता है potential risks को identify करने के लिए, and constraints to the implementation और implementation के constraints को. It is essential that all organizational units which will be affected by the implementation project participate in this task to avoid resistance against the necessary changes. ये ज़रूरी है कि तमाम ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल यूनिट्स जो इससे इफेक्ट हो रहे हैं इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोजेक्ट से, ये प्रैक्टिस करें इस टास्क को, रेजिस्टेंस को अवॉइड करने के लिए नेसेसरी चेंजेस की. दिस पार्टिसिपेशन इज टिपिकली मैनेज्ड बाय द कोऑर्डिनेटर्स मेंशन्ड इन द लास्ट सेशन. एनी एंटिसिपेटेड कंस्ट्रेंट्स टू इम्प्लीमेंटिंग द प्रपोज्ड डिजाइन हैव टू बी असेस्ड. कोई एंटिसिपेटेड कंस्ट्रेंट जो कि इम्प्लीमेंट हो रही हो प्रपोज्ड डिजाइन में, इसको असेस करना होता है. The solution concept developed in the previous phase is refined in the 3 areas concept, activities and scope. ये जो solution concept है जो कि develop होता है previous phase में, इसको refine करना पड़ता है 3 areas में, concept, activities and scope. Concept. The solution has to be redesigned considering the future processes, organization and systems. Processes. As far as the processes are concerned, it can be distinguished between supply chain planning, supply chain execution and supply chain controlling. जहां तक processes का ताल्लुक है, इनको distinguish किया जा सकता है supply chain planning में, supply chain execution में और supply chain controlling में. Supply chain planning refers to the SCP matrix as introduced in chapters 4 and 5, including the integrative and collaborative processes. As supply chain planning directly affects operative processes like production, for example, by generating start and completion lists, or order management by calculation of the ATP quantities and due dates, the transactional processes related to the supply chain management called supply chain execution have to be considered as well. Finally, KPIs relevant for supply chain management have to be monitored and analyzed by supply chain controlling to implement a continuous improvement process. Organization. The realization of supply chain management processes will likely require some organizational changes. For example, the shift of responsibilities, the implementation of supply chain planning groups, or even the foundation of a new supply chain management department. Systems. The system landscape and the development of interfaces and add-on shape to support the planning and controlling processes while balancing the process needs, which might require a deviation from supported software standards with a related one-time and ongoing cost for development and maintenance. Mapping the refined solution to the selected software typically results in an adaptation of the concept for two reasons. First, every enterprise has its own specialities as far as their processes are concerned, and no APS will be able to cover all details, resulting in functional gaps. Second, to limit the time and cost for the project, very often industry-specific pre-configured templates are implemented, if available. Consequently, most companies have to accept compromises and trade-offs. For example, a redefinition of the project scope or a change of internal processes. To identify the functional gaps, the key APS functionalities which are needed to support the solution are validated. For example, by building a small pilot using a very limited set of data. It is very important to determine the major gaps in this early phase of the project in order to have a solid basis for the cost and risk estimate. Activities. The detailed concepts are organized into weak packages or activities which are the basis for the high-level project plan. The critical activities have to be identified and sequenced to determine the critical path. Wherever possible, milestones should be included to enhance the visibility of the project development. The development of a reliable estimation of implementation cost and duration is a key requirement for successful projects. Gartner estimated in 2001 that for 40% of enterprises deploying ERP or ERP2 systems through 2004, the actual time and money spent on these implementations will exceed their original estimates by at least 50%. Strategic Analysis Report, Zrimsek et al. 2001. A more recent study for the success rates of IT projects from the Standish Group International indicates that only 39% of all projects were successful, delivered on time, on budget, with required features and functions, while 43% were challenged, late, over budget, and or with less than the required features and functions, and 18% failed, cancelled prior to completion or delivered and never used. See the Standish Group International 2013. Considering that supply chain management projects are typically even more complex than ERP implementations due to their cross-organizational character, it can be safely assumed that similar figures can be applied there as well. It is therefore essential that the cost and risk management process is supported by experienced personnel, possibly external consultants, with sufficient know-how in this area based on successful projects. Scope. Special emphasis should be put on the topic of scope. The scope has to be defined documented and communicated carefully to limit the expectations to the feasible. How to deal with requirements and expectations will be discussed in more detail later in this section. Business release and rollout plan. To ensure a smooth implementation of the supply chain management concepts in the execution and development phase, a suitable business release and rollout plan has to be developed. A business release denotes a set of functionalities covered by the solution, whereas the implementation of a solution or business release is called rollout. Business release planning should consider the following approach. Number 1, start small and simple with transparent standard supply chain processes. Number 2, develop functionalities for less complex regions first. 3, increase functional complexity and automated planning after learning phases. Avoid non-beneficial functional enhancements by stringent scope management. The rollout strategy typically has to cover regional areas and/or functional aspects. For example, rollout of a business release first to Italy, then to France and Eastern Europe, or rollout of the demand planning and master planning module of an APS first business release in a first stage and of the detailed scheduling module, second business release in a following stage. Project management. The implementation plan, including all tasks related to concept, activities and scope, is completed by adding the efforts needed for project management and for a suitable communication plan. Because of their importance, these topics will be discussed now in more detail. Experience has shown that many supply chain management projects exhibit the same characteristics: budgets, overruns, missed deadlines, and failed organizational expectations. Not all of these can be related to project management problems, but too many can. The importance of project control can be appraised by the multitude of literature that exists about this topic. For example, Kerzner, 2013, Project Management Institute, 2013, and Meredith and Mantel, 2012. In this section, we'll give a general introduction and highlight some of the major pitfalls. Project management activities must be planned to span the complete lifetime of the project. The control and reporting procedures are essential for the effective management of any project, regardless of size or scope. Key aspects of any reporting procedure are deadlines and an early warning capability. The procedures must effectively deal with project work, progress, issues and risks. The main project management activities in order to minimize cost and risks are: number 1, to manage the stakeholders, to structure the scope, to plan and control the project activities, to organize the resources, to assure quality. The goal of stakeholder management is to identify project stakeholders with their specific characteristics to better understand how they need to be treated in order to ensure project success. The tasks are to identify those individuals or groups of individuals that are involved in or are affected by the project, to understand their importance, their interests and expectations, and their influence on the project. Finally, actions have to be defined to achieve and ensure continued stakeholder contribution. To structure the scope means to divide the project scope into parts and subparts and to assure the integration between the different work streams. This is especially important for the supply chain management projects where several initiatives are realized simultaneously. An example is the implementation of an supply chain management concept, including demand planning and master planning, where the result of the demand planning process is the starting point for the master planning. In such a common scenario, the project would typically be organized into the two work streams: demand planning and master planning. The project management team has to assure that the solution for the master planning process considers the demand planning concepts and the timelines of this work stream. The main tool to control a complex project is the project plan. It should consist of a project master plan for the whole project with a limit level of detail and detailed project plans for the different sub-projects. For example, demand planning and master planning in the example above. It is necessary for the project plan to be broken into easily definable phases. Regular updates are mandatory tasks for the project managers. Experience has shown that weekly project management meetings are required to keep the different parts of the project under control. There are several ways to organize a project plan, typically involving software tools like Microsoft Project or Excel. Every project manager should consider the difficulty to change the way the advancements of the project are controlled and should therefore carefully choose a suitable kind of method for himself. Most methods are based on monitoring the critical path. Although the major problem, the combination of unexpected delays and dependencies of tasks is often not addressed with the right emphasis. Given the nature of implementation projects, unanticipated tasks will come up that must be completed without revising the final deadlines. Therefore, buffer times included in the project plan have to be used with a great sense of responsibility and must not be wasted. Otherwise, delays in the project timelines are unavoidable. See Goldratt 1997 and Leach 2004. Communicating this fact has a top priority for the project leaders, especially with an inexperienced temporary project team. The project plan has to consider the required resources for the different implementation phases. Typical implementation phases are the creation of an enterprise-wide template, the rollout of this standard solution at a pilot site, validating the standard concepts, the rollout of the solution to all sites including site-specific adjustments and enhancements. To ensure the availability of these resources is the responsibility of the project management team. Quality assurance is based on periodical reviews of the concepts, on the implementation of approval processes, and on proactively looking at potential risks. The expected result of all these project management activities is a reduction of cost and risks for the project. It has been mentioned above that next to the project management processes, a proper communication plan has to be installed to ensure the success of the project. All goals and expected benefits should be communicated to the relevant people, starting with a carefully organized kick-off workshop to create an atmosphere of anticipation and motivation. These activities have to be considered in the cost estimation. Although the communication of the goals and expected benefits is important, this is not sufficient to create the atmosphere which is required to successfully implement supply chain management processes. Additional trainings are needed to explain the basic concept of supply chain management to the key users in all areas affected by the project. It is essential to create this acceptance, commitment and enthusiasm in the team, in the environment of the project, production planning, order management, sales, etc., and in the supporting management, department managers, etc., in a very early phase of by applying the following principles. We're talking about solution design. Let the participants experience the benefits of the supply chain management concepts, for example, via interactive simulations. Demonstrate the basic functions and features of APS. Provide a clear understanding of the risks involved, especially for the project team. Focus on acceptance and commitment rather than on mere knowledge. The cost for these activities have to be included in the cost estimation as well. In addition to the kick-off meetings and trainings, periodical workshops with the users should be organized to show the progress of the project and to preserve and improve their commitment. Especially in long-term projects, people tend to lose focus on the goals and expected benefits, which might result in discouragement and even resistance. In every supply chain management project, unexpected issues will arise which cannot be solved by the implementation team itself. Examples for these issues are serious software bugs or unexpected resistance within the organization. In addition to project management, it is therefore essential that an issue management process is established, clearly understood by the project management team, and then implemented during the early stages of the project. The procedures to be defined are analysis, assignment of responsibility, tracking, and resolution. A very important aspect of issue management is to deal with requirements and expectations. Unrealistic expectations, for example, concerning the difficulty of implementing a new concept and a short-term focus, can lead to a shift from a planned implementation to quick fixes that do not solve the fundamental business problems. These conditions, in combination with the lack of a formal process for defining business requirements, often lead to a loss of focus and scope creep, thus drastically increasing the implementation time. This can be avoided by rigidly using a formal process to incorporate user requirements or change of requirements, preferably using the coordinators to filter out less important requests. The implementation plan is combined with the benefit, cost and risk estimation to form the business plan, which is the basis for the final proposal presented to senior management. After approval, the senior management should demonstrate and communicate its commitment and buy into the proposed high-level solution throughout the organization. Solution details. In this phase, the details of the proposed solution are defined and software templates developed, if appropriate. The project plan is refined and a detailed description of the work packages necessary to complete the project is prepared. This also includes the rollout and training plans for the sites and users, as well as change management activities. The packages are assigned to the required team members and the resulting activities are scheduled considering the availability of the resources. Detailed concept and template development. The concepts from the previous solution design phase are reviewed to gain a full understanding of the implications that the implementation of the solution will have on the affected units and on the organization as a whole. It has to be ensured that the available functionality of the selected software is applicable also on a detailed level, although this should have been tested already in the selection phase by the use of mini and maxi prototypes. All functional gaps have to be identified in this phase. Typically, a template covering the standard processes is developed, including system customizing and the resolution of functional gaps. An example for this approach is the implementation of a detailed production planning system for a multi-site company. The standard processes which are used in all plants would be considered in the template, whereas site-specific enhancements would be developed in the next phase. Execution and deployment during the rollout of the solution. Organization of implementation team. Team staffing is not required in full at the start of the project, but typically ramps up in this and in the next phase. If some members are not assigned full-time to the project, this must be considered in the project plan. Even for full-time resources, no more 80% of the available work time should be planned to allow for travel time, administration and vacation. It is essential that the coordinators are assigned full-time, as they should have a start-to-end responsibility for the success of the project. Experience has shown that supply chain management projects are typically staffed with roughly an equal share between internal and external resources. The selection and provision of internal project team members is an important step. External experts are essential to provide experience and know-how, but only those who live within the organization can carry the project to a successful end. As the implementation of an APS is an interdisciplinary effort, The criteria which should be applied to select the right internal people for the core team include experience. All critical aspects of the project should be covered, for example, sales, product management, order management, production planning, IT services, etc. People with influence in the key areas will be very valuable. Skills. Required are advisors who know the business very well and internal consultants who build up know-how which remains in the client company after the project is finished. For external personnel who are to participate in the project, a similar scheme of criteria should be applied. The requirements include experience in project management, in change management, in best practices processes, and with the software product. Skills in programming and customization of the software product and in the development of requirement specifications, rollout activities and trainings of users. Although it is not possible to staff every project exclusively with experienced people, especially for long-term projects with the inevitable replacement of team members, it is important to insist on and control a certain level of experience and skills of the internal and external project members. Change management and training. An important part of any supply chain management project where external resources are typically employed is the area of change management. The implementation of an APS almost inevitably requires change to an organization structure and culture. The dynamics of change processes which have to be addressed during the realization phase are listed in the following. For further information about change dynamic related to processes and teams, see, for example, Hayes 2010, Belbin 2010, and DeMarco and Lister 2013. Shock. Confrontation with an unexpected event or environment. Refusal, no acceptance of the need for changing the own behavior to react the change. Rational understanding, the need for change is recognized, but the willingness to change the own behavior does not yet exist. Emotional acceptance, new chances and risks are identified and the necessity for change is accepted. Training. Readiness for training and to change the own behavior, new forms of behavior are tested. Knowledge, gained experience helps to decide what behavior fits best to the according system. Expertise, the new behavior is fully integrated in the daily work, accepted and evident. In addition to the usual problems, resistance to change in general, satisfaction with the status quo, threats to job security and career objectives, etc., there are two more barriers specific to the implementation of an APS. The acceptance of automation and the shift of responsibility. APS are based on problem solvers and optimization algorithms which help to rapidly respond to changing conditions by automatically generating proposals and alerts or even by automated decisions. This has an impact on the daily work of salespeople, production planners, and other people concerned with the planning process, as the responsibility for a successful planning shifts from these people to the software tool and indirectly to the people concerned with the maintenance of basic data. An example for this is a scenario where a production planner of a plant now has to trust the production plan of an APS, thus only reviewing and solving the problems indicated by the software, usually via alerts or messages. The part of the production plan without problems might get directly transferred to the execution. The planner has to assume that the software calculations are correct, which is generally the case, and that the foundation of these calculations, the input data, is accurate, correctly times yield figures, etc. This is typically only the case if the people responsible for this input data know about their influence on the overall planning process. Resistance against planning tool is an obvious consequence. This problem can only be solved using an appropriate change management approach. Communication plan, involvement of employees, rewards and recognition, etc. This is another aspect to the shift of responsibility from local to central, which has to be addressed as well. Typically, supply chain management processes require a central planning organization. For example, in the areas demand management, consolidation of forecasts from different sales organizations, central management of allocations, or master planning, coordination of material and capacity constraints across the supply chain. As a result, the scope of the local planners becomes restricted, which is usually not appreciated by the people affected. The availability and quality of basic data are further major problems in APS projects. An APS has more extensive requirements to the quality of basic data than the old processes and legacy systems which have evolved on site and which are therefore more adapted to the current basic data situation. As far as the availability of basic data is concerned, the project team will face the problem that supply chain management is executed across the borders of departments or divisions or companies. This typically involves the integration of data from diverse application systems on different database running on multiple hardware platforms. The consequence is a common situation. The people needed to maintain the basic data do not have the overall responsibility. As a result, improvement of data quality is a slow and painful process. Lack of basic data or poor data quality inevitably leads to delays in every stage of the project plan. Software development becomes very difficult. Professional tests of software releases are almost impossible, and productive use of the final solution is unlikely. To avoid the pitfalls associated with basic data, the process for basic data maintenance has to be revised and, if necessary, has to be set up right from the start of the implementation project. The requirements for basic data have to be communicated to all relevant people within the organization. In general, the activities connected with the communication plan have to be continued and intensified. These include newsletters, workshops, and preliminary trainings to make the concepts of supply chain management as well as the selected software functionalities accessible to the users. तो यहाँ तक ही रखते हैं आज का लेक्चर. Let's have a summary of the lecture. A successful implementation of the selected APS is the obvious goal of any organization that has decided to go for a supply chain project. The first section of this chapter details an approach to ensure the success of supply chain initiatives based on the experience of several realized projects. In the second section, an APS implementation project will be considered from a modeling point of view. As a supply chain management project affects multiple functional areas like sales, production, procurement, distribution, or order management, the risks involved in such an implementation are considerable. Many enterprises have experienced spectacular project failures due to a number of reasons, surprisingly few of which have to do with the technology involved. In the project definition phase, the company's business vision and the supply chain management strategy have to be related to the drivers for supply chain management, which are benefit realization and cost reduction, and subsequently to the goals of the supply chain management initiatives. उम्मीद है आप लोगों को आज का लेक्चर समझ आया होगा और आप लोगों ने एंजॉय भी किया होगा. इस उम्मीद पे आप लोगों से इजाज़त चाहता हूं कि आप लोग अपना बहुत ज़्यादा ख्याल रखेंगे और बहुत से ज़्यादा खुश रहेंगे. बहुत शुक्रिया आप लोगों का. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.